Assistant, how long has it been since I've woken up? Don't feel like it's been
It has
long.
been 2 hours since you have awoken.
I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. I don't know.
It is very entertaining to watch you in this state, I must let you know that. Also, don't even think about trying to face the solstice, or at least that's what you're calling it. Because it won't end well for you. So if I were you, I'd just sit back, relax, and watch the world end.
What do you mean? Since that's what I'm calling, is that not the Soul Eater's true form? Also, yeah, I am just gonna watch the world burn. There's nothing I can do about it anyways. There's no point. I'm one person. I can't fight. I can't fight someone who's ascended to that level. The ability to just walk right by someone and kill them. I can't do that. This is... Also, what did you mean by that's what I'm calling it when the solstice?
Well, might as well keep that one a secret for a little bit longer.
Of course you're gonna do that. Of course you are. Why would you tell me anything? I don't even know why you told me the whole throne room thing.
Light, Steve.
Yes, Assistant?
I have been searching through my memory banks for potential solutions or aids to our current situation.
Did you find anything?
Not exactly, but there is a few things I would like to inform you of.
Like?
Well, you have now been granted admin access.
How? When did...
Sometime during my, how should we say?
Like while I was knocked out?
Yes, at some point during that, I received a signal telling me to make user Light Steve an admin user.
Okay, Assistant, are there any, like, files, like, new files in your databanks?
There was one file sent during the time you were unconscious.
Can you play the file?
Of course. One moment.
If you are hearing this, I am probably dead. I try my best to save people or find a way to counter what the Soul Eater has now become. I searched so long for a solution, but could not find one. Never have, and never will. Doesn't matter now. I am afraid that my time is up, and as a final act, I hereby declare Light Steve admin of Assistant Steve. Good luck, Light. Don't forget what I said. You should go to Soren's and clear up some things. Find some closure. This is Professor Red, signing off.
So he's gone then. The professor's gone.
The file ends there.
I would have even cared to see him of all people. I really am alone here. Okay. Assistant, is there any here, can you, I don't know, just come with something to do, read me a file about redstone energy or something, like the core, I guess.
The core is a revolutionary generator of an energy known as redstone energy. It is able to generate enough energy to power the entire kingdom. With it, machines and new devices will be able to be connected to the core and powered appropriately. The cables that we have designed are able to run as far as the outpost. That is the general information about the core.
So when you mean like other weapons, you mean stuff like the Cliff's redstone pickaxe, right?
Yes. Weapons such as Cliff's redstone pickaxe and the cloaker device were both powered either directly or indirectly by the core.
Okay. It's kind of knowledge. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming the redstone staff's not in that file specifically because it came here before the core was built, I think.
The redstone staff was given to Professor Red by you, Light Steve. It was the source for the idea to create the core.
Well, I did something that's now meaningless. Let's think of another file. Can you tell me a file on all of Professor Red's test subjects?
The test subjects were individually filed. Is there one specifically you would like to know about?
Test subject 34, I think was their name, the Yellow Steve.
Ah, yes. The test subject was one of the Yellow Steves left remaining. The tests that were run on them were in an attempt to replicate their speed.
Oh.
The speed that allowed them to outrun the Soul Eater's abilities. Hopefully, if the tests are completed, we could create a device or an energy that could allow other people or places, like boats or other vehicles, to move fast enough to outrun the Soul Eater in case of emergency. Testing status: failure.
Oh, wow. Did the Yellow Steve die? And what do you mean by last remaining Yellow Steves? Was like the sixth Yellow Steve, or was that the fifth one and now there's only 4 because Yellow Leaders, well, it doesn't matter. All the Yellow Steves are gone now anyways. It doesn't matter.
Are there any other subjects you would like to know about?
What about Rupert? I don't know. He's a test subject, isn't he?
Access denied.
Of course. Alright. Yeah. He is the special one.
Only Professor Red is allowed to access certain files.
Guess that's not really admin access, is it? Let's see. Oh, I have a good idea. Read me a file on the solstice.
Redacted. Redacted note. It is a sensitive subject, so I shall not allow anyone, not even myself, to reveal the information stored in the assistant, Professor Red.
Even in his death, he still won't tell anyone. I mean, I don't blame him.
This information has been redacted for many years.
I mean, how does...
Even I do not know what is inside the file.
What? How the heck do you not even know what's... Oh, because you've never read it. You've never needed to read it, so it doesn't... It's not like in your main memory bank. It's like in your storage box.
It was put onto my hard drive before I was first booted up. Therefore, it has been encrypted since before I was able to read it.
I mean, this doesn't make sense then. If the solstice was the thing that destroyed the Red Kingdom, and this is the soul... This is... What just happened is presumably the solstice, then... The Soul Eater's truth form, then how does that work? Not all the Red Steve souls were sucked out immediately, and plus the place was destroyed. The solstice doesn't look like it cares to destroy anything. It just looks like a walking amalgamation of souls. Is this a failed attempt to create the solstice, or is... Things aren't lining up. Like, I don't understand.
Of course, you're not going to understand them, right? They're things from the past. Plus, not even I would tell you if I knew.
Something tells me you do know, buddy. But whatever, you're not going to tell me. Probably the only reason you know is probably simply just because you're one of his minions. I don't even know how you survived. Assistant, is there another file I can think about? Can you read me a file on the darkness?
The darkness is an infection as well as an energy that has one of the highest resiliences of any energy, being able to survive on most types of energy. The Soul Eater, as well as his minions, seem to have some sort of weakness to this energy. The darkness was originally created by the hero.
Seer? Was that his name?
Yes, Seer, also known as Rainbow Void or Void Steve.
Yeah. Read me a file on the Soul Eater infection, I guess. You know, the stuff we see everywhere. What even is this?
The Soul Eater infection is a slow-moving infection that is sourced from the Soul Eater's minions and the Soul Eater. It only began appearing after his minions showed up, implying that, along with the minions, he had created his infection. It has since taken over areas where the Soul Eater has taken over.
So, Red Kingdom, Yellow Kingdom, Green Kingdom. Those are the main ones I've been to that I've noticed. Oh yeah, that one aquamarine camp that I was knocked out in. Why can't I just go back to that? If I could go back to when I came out of that rift, I would have done so many things different. I would have never taken the crystals from Seer. That way, Soul Eater probably would have been defeated faster. Solus wouldn't exist, or have existed. Doesn't even matter anymore. Let's go for a walk, I guess. Pick you up. You know, if I didn't know what happened to this place a long time ago, I'd say that the soul lava and fire would be kind of cool, or even a little beautiful in a sense, but knowing what happened here just makes it horrible. And look, the Yellow Steves had a market. That citadel up there, where the Yellow Leader sat in the meeting room. It means that this was like the central place for all the leaders to meet up, is what my guess is. I mean, if I could ask any of the leaders anything, it would be if there were multiple meeting places like the one here, or if the Yellow Kingdom was just the strongest Steve Kingdom, so that they decided to always meet up here. But, you know, all the leaders are dead. So are my friends. I'm probably gonna say this to myself a lot, but I really wish I would have just stayed dead with them. I mean, I didn't die in the first place, I woke up. Man, the memories I'm now getting. Oh, I'm starting to remember when we jumped out of there, when we first learned that the Soul Eater knew where everyone was hiding, and I had to like throw Griffin all the way over here, and Cliff failed to catch him. You know, ran over that way and teleported. I broke that hole in that house. You know, something I'm just now noticing. Assistant, have you also noticed that there is absolutely zero Skulk Steves or Soulless zombies around?
I have noticed the difference between before and now.
I mean, it's kind of odd.
In fact, even the soul infection appears to have slightly less energy and has completely stopped growing.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that he wouldn't need them here anymore, but like the solstice, I don't think it would care that much to, you know, move his minions. He doesn't need minions anymore. So
Perhaps he reabsorbed their energy.
I mean, how could he have absorbed the bodies of the Soulless Thieves? The Skulk Thieves I can understand, but like, did he just obliterate all their bodies? I don't know, stuff doesn't add up. And I don't know if things don't add up just because I'm like mentally hurt in the head right now, but
You might have a concussion from the explosion and the blast wave of his return.
possibly. I can't stop thinking about the professor's message. Like, he was trying to find a way to fix all this, but he ran out of time.
It is unfortunate that the people we would need to help us are the very ones that seem to fade away the fastest.
Yeah. Another thing too, those people in the last Steve King, I mean, granted not everyone was innocent. Apparently there was that one Pink Steve prisoner. Wait a minute, what did he say?
You do.
When you think it is all over, chaos will collapse your fragile house of cards.
When you think it's all said and over, chaos will collapse your fragile house of cards? Is that what he said? Wait a minute. That's literally what happened. That's actually what happened. There's
Would you like me to read the file on the Pink Steve prisoner?
Yeah, please do.
After committing a crime that was not reported in this file, he was arrested. Ever since then, and before, he has been known for spouting quote-unquote prophecies, or future sights, that he claims will come true eventually.
In the file, does it say anything about any of them ever coming true?
It says that some of his predictions appear to be at least somewhat accurate. However, most of his predictions are broad enough to be unclear whether it was luck or actually a correct prediction.
So maybe it is nonsense, but I don't get how he would have predicted that. It sounds like a prophecy too. Fragile house of cards, chaos. Like, the world was unstable. Chaos broke loose, aka the Soul Eater's return. And everything's just destroyed now. And we all thought it was done too. We all thought it was over. It was we had peace for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. First Curse knew this was gonna happen too. He literally said it himself. He said, enjoy it while it lasts for the 30 minutes you have it for.
The machine must have been on some sort of timer. Either that, or it took a while to start up.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, ooh, that, no. That would have been. Well, I don't know what Saber felt like now when he was alone. Except this is different. He was alone because no one would have trusted him with the darkness. I'm alone because I failed to protect everyone. I wish I knew what happened back in my old universe. Did peace really happen? The first curse said that I beat him. That the other half of me doesn't even know I'm split, so I'm assuming there's peace, but like what if something horrible happened after him? Like, what if there was another threat? I worrying about? I think I just need to leave this area. And there's no point. Just surprised that there's even a pig alive over there. Hey, buddy. I don't know what you're doing out here in this wretched place. You know, you remind me of one of my old friends' pets. Just don't get cooked into soul pork chops. I need to make sure I don't stumble into any soul lava as well. Listen, something I've noticed about this infection is, like, you know, like the skulk stuff. The further we get out from the main infection, the less it appears, and the more there's just whatever this is, soul sand. Kind of interesting.
That is true. Perhaps the skulk-like material has something to do with how many people must have died near that area.
Maybe. Just gonna... Well, I'm out of there. I don't ever want to go there again. That's where everyone died. It's just a graveyard. That's all that's ever been. The Yellow Steve graveyard. What's worse is that what you said about that skulk stuff is correct. None of the Yellow Steve souls were taken. They were just all killed. That's all that happened to them. Even outside of that area, the sky is still soul... What? Something happened to this world.
Like I had mentioned earlier, soul energy is detected everywhere in the nearby area. Would you like me to do a long-distance scan to see if there's any areas without soul energy?
Yeah, go ahead, I guess.
Long-term scan started. Please give me a few minutes.
Alrighty. Give you a few minutes then.
This is only just the beginning. Stay tuned.